This is a reply to Stealth Badger's video titled Feminism, that word does not mean what you think it means. The title reminded me of a scene of one of my favorite books and movies, The Princess Bride. So when I clicked it, I was expecting an ally, someone speaking more truth on the deceitful nature of feminists to present themselves as only seeking basic equal rights for both sexes and not the true sexist following after privilege and hateful revenge. If the author is indeed a fan of the book, it would be ironic considering its themes of love and devotion to a man, and would, if it hasn't already, be attacked mercilessly by feminists as they like to do with much art and literature that does not conform to the narrow point of view. Stealth Badger's video shows him reading out definitions of feminism from various sources he found online, followed by calling critics of feminism that point out the readily observed contradictions and complete fabrications of feminists to purposefully attack the male gender and pursue their own selfish goals regardless of who they walk over, as Fox News, Rush Limbaugh-loving morons. While Fox News certainly has been known to appeal to the lowest common denominator of the political right, it would be fairly ignorant to assume that there does not exist an equal and opposite propaganda machine on the left, one that by the assumption made on the nature of anti-feminists, I believe Badger has fallen into. I question how much left-wing media he indulges in compared to my time spent watching Fox News. If we were to take Badger's advice on defining a movement based on its dictionary definition, then communism would be seen by everyone as always being a utopian, moneyless, classless society where everyone shares the resources according to their needs. The philosophy of the Church of Scientology is described in the dictionary as a non-denominational movement founded in the US in the 1950s, which emphasizes self-knowledge as a means of realizing full spiritual potential. Now, that doesn't sound that bad to me, but does it really express the true reality? Anyone with a little research beyond the definition would get a better picture, and while I might even agree with certain techniques and philosophies of Scientology, for example, while I don't want to get rid of all drugs, I certainly think people, and especially children, are over-medicated, I'm not about to run to the nearest Scientology church to unload my money or vote a Scientologist in for president. In fact, the techniques used by feminists and by Badger are quite similar to what I have seen from handlers in Scientology. I say this, and all these famous people say this, so you are wrong. Insulting the critics personally and eventually running away or trying to block the critic from speaking their word. People like Stealth Badger are old dogs, so stuck in their old beliefs that they have invested so much into that they fear the whole reality collapsing, so they run and hide away from the truth through emotional outbursts, insults, and weak irrational arguments. It's highly doubtful that any of them would ever change their views after being so heavily invested in one, and building their whole life around it. It's best to let them live out their life thinking they are right, and make sure they influence as little as possible the people around them. In the long run, their comments and videos, just like the videos of the crazy Scientology supporters online, will only gather the intelligent people on the right side.